Very good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Melbourne Park. It's another beautiful day here in Melbourne. And of course, we are looking at Rod Laver Arena. That's where our focus is going to be very soon as we will bring onto court the last of the women's singles quarterfinal matches. And there are the women just underneath this Rod Laver Arena. Last final preparations and discussions with their coaches. It's Iga Swiatek there with the coach. Very tense time before they make their way out for this final quarter-final match. The winner will go through to play Danielle Collins, who won comfortably just a little while ago on this Rod Laver Arena over Elise Cornet. So Swiatek, very much the favourite, seated 7th here. And Kaia Kanepi, she's pretty much a giant killer, though. She does so well against some of the leading players. So they're about to make their way now through the tunnel onto Rod Laver Arena. And as they do so, I'll welcome my co-commentator. My name's Jeff Masters. Chanda Rubin, of course, has been on this Rod Laver Arena many times over her career, recently retired. It's a big moment, isn't it, Chanda, walking down this this tunnel?
It always is. The magnitude, the opportunity. These are the biggest events, the tournaments where players most want to do well. And it's a career changer if you can win a major. And both these players with a good opportunity into this quarterfinal.
Kaia Kanepi leading them out. It's a moment of introspection, I guess, as she has a look at some of the past champions that have gone before. So much history in all the Grand Slams, and certainly here in Australia as well. Names that are synonymous with the stars of the sport. So the introduction of the players onto the court just about to take place.
Let's bring you our second women's quarterfinal of the day. First of all, from Estonia, please welcome Kaia Kanepi. And her opponent, our 7th seed from Poland, Iga Swiatek.
Both players lost a set in getting through their 4th round matches here. And just again, today, as we mentioned a little earlier, it is a beautiful day. Warm though, very warm, around 33 degrees off court, and on the court itself it'll be a little warmer than that as the heat bounces back up off the court. So there we go, 33 degrees, sunny, very little breeze, and that will play a role in this match. I think it's uncomfortable. Some of the players have struggled a little bit. But having said that, Swiatek in particular, she's been out here in Australia early enough, played in some lead-in events, played in the Adelaide International the first week of January. It's been in good form, so pretty much acclimatised by now, I suspect.
On the court today, let's make welcome ANZ tennis hotshots player from Notting Hill Pinewood Tennis Club here in Melbourne, 10-year-old Eleni Makatassis.
There you go. Iga, Eleni with us for coin toss. Tell me.
Could you ask one of the ball boys to, because my psychologist has a watch.
Okay.
I should wear it after, so.
No, we're gonna fix this. Don't worry. Yeah. Kaia, Eleni with us for coin toss. Girls, the most important thing, at the end of a coin toss, please stay here in the middle, facing the other way with Eleni for a photo, all right? The rest now. Towel box, red one for you, Iga, blue one for you. All the other things are the same. If you need anything, something's wrong, let me know. Blue Eskies at the back. We have towels, ice towels for legs. Okay, so when you open them, it's not going to be actually ice in. That's about it. The rest we have in the freezers, fridges, whatever. If you need, again, anything, let me know. you want to ask Kaia what she wants? How did we say? Margaret. Iga? Serve? Stay? Ladies, photo, that way. Challenge, yeah.
A lovely moment for one of the young ball kids, one of the hot shots. Something for her to remember forever. So players in their warm-up, and as we mentioned a little earlier, Kanepi, Chandler, she's a bit of a giant killer. Certainly in Grand Slam, she has had lots of big wins over credentialed players.
Yeah, she's had a number of top 10 wins in her career, and quite a few of them have come at the majors. She is not a player that the top seeds want to see in their draws early on. She is a real sleeper at times, and she looks healthy. She has played extremely well. She's got a lot of experience at 36 years of age, and she's got good height, and she's a big hitter.
Certainly is 36, as Chanda mentioned, but 36 years young, ranking of 115 at the moment. She's been as high as number 15 in August of 2012. Has 4 career titles, including one here in Australia in Brisbane, 2012. She's been to the quarterfinal of all the other Grand Slams at least twice. This is the first time she's been to that stage here in Australia, so she's very excited about the prospect of getting through to the semi-finals. But she's got a young woman in her path, Iga Swiatek, who is seeded 7th and already has a career Grand Slam singles title to her name. Just 20 years of age is Iga. 5'9", 176 centimeters, current world ranking of 9, highest of 4 in September last year. 3 career titles, including Adelaide, as I mentioned, just earlier this year, and Rome in 2021. French champion 2020. And someone who admits that she's still learning about the tour, having won her first Grand Slam as a teenager. First time they've played, and so there'll be plenty of experiences, how to find out what the opponent brings to the table. So as you mentioned, Chanda, Kaia, she hits the ball big. Swiatek, more a maneuver of the ball?
Yes, I think a little more variety. She can slice. Swiatek, she's very comfortable coming into the net, playing below the net. But she can also hit it big off the forehand as well.
Magnificent shot of the central business district of Melbourne. The Yarra River, of course, flowing through the heart of the city and out past the environs of Melbourne Park itself. And the accessibility of people who like to stay in the city to get to Melbourne Park is very simple. You can take a watercraft down there, or of course you can go by tram. Both players have had challenges, certainly in the last rounds, to make this stage, and certainly Kaia Kanepi had more of a challenge, had to go through some stress. We'll go through that in a minute to get the job done against Sabalenka. It was a very strange match at the final stages, that's for sure.
Well, it's interesting. You think about the relative experience of both these players. Kanepi certainly has had a longer career, has been through so many match situations, so many Grand Slam moments. She's gotten to the quarterfinals now with her result a couple of days ago, has gotten to the quarterfinals of every major. The other 3, she's gotten there twice in her career. So she's been a solid player. You mentioned her ranking for 5, 6, 7 year period. She was inside the top 30, top 20 in the world consistently. And so she knows how to play at that level. Swiatek, though, has been a special talent. Hasn't had as much experience at the Grand Slam level, but won her first tournament as a major. And yet this is only her 3rd quarterfinal at a Grand Slam. And so we'll see kind of what comes to bear, how much the experience comes into play, the nerves, and this moment for both players trying to get to their first Australian Open semifinal.
So the warm-up now complete. Yes, in the last round, I mentioned Kanepi, she had a real struggle with Sabalenka. 5-7, 6-2, and then served the match. I think it was 5-4 and 40 love. And she just got very tight, very nervous indeed. In fact, she said after the match that my hands were shaking when I was serving on the 3 match points. I didn't get any first serves in, which added to the pressure, and it sure was. So she finished up losing those match points, went to the tie break and finished up winning it in the match tie break. But at one stage she thought it was all over, but when it wasn't. It was first to 10 and she got to 9 and thought she'd won. So she was very distracted.
It was an interesting finish, and I don't think you could have ever scripted that, but maybe for Kaia Kanepi that helps her relax even more in this one.
Sometimes that's the case when you've been close to being out of the event. You feel like I've got everything to gain at this stage and nothing to lose. So again, we'll speak from time to time about the difficulty this time of day with the sun at the southern end, the end that Swiatek is going to begin. She'll have to maneuver the ball toss around to get out of the direct line of the sun. Good to go here. Quarterfinal of the women's singles. Swiatek serving.